and then we'll start creating. Let's get a little grass in. We only grow when I have enough inventory available, so it's the type of thing you don't want to, you know, when you get on the list, you just want to stay on it, because if you lose your place because you have to leave for a while, you may not get it back for a while. Because I can only get so many supplies in time for the subscription. It's tricky. It's very tricky. So let's come in with a little bit of greenery. And then I feel like we should start to kind of shape out our design here. Let's go up and down and get it going. You guys, if you have questions, feel free to ask. Don't forget, wherever you're watching, if you could like, subscribe, follow, and do all the things, that would be great. I've got two cutters here. I'm going to go between the two of them. So I'm going to add a little more of this. I just picked a nice bright greenery. This is one of my favorite fern bushes. It works great in here to add a little bit of wispiness, of course. I'm popping in some moss to cover up anything crazy. I hope you've got something fun on your wreath making stands or your tables or your craft rooms. Got something exciting on your schedule to play with. And that's what's kind of fun about the subscription box. You don't have to think about it. It just shows up and it's fun stuff to play with that you can just pop in a design. All right. I know we're going to use a lot of orange and yellow in this one and maybe a touch of red. So these are my main flowers I'm going to use. So we're going to put these in first. We're going to pop in the yellow and the orange both in here. And these are like a tropical bloom. Let's go try to decide. I think I want yellow and then orange. Let's trim them down and we'll put those in. So these are big main flowers. They got the tropical feel, but you can also use them like a cool pod, like you would an artichoke or a lotus pod or anything like that. All right, let's go up a little bit higher with the orange and put it in. I'm so excited. So it's been kind of fun to mix the colors and get a lot of texture. And when we're talking the tropical family, there's so many different florals in that category that it's fun to experiment with different ones. I've got red hibiscus too. And I know I'm going to be able to pop in some of this orange in a minute, but this one is the, oh, I forgot what this one is called. I know what it's called too. It'll hit my brain later when it doesn't matter. We're going to use this one next, and I'm going to use it kind of down here at the bottom for a pop of red right down here. So we'll just rotate that around. It'll come to my brain when it's not necessary. Like, you know, whenever you see an actor and you're like, I know who that is, and you just can't remember it till the middle of the night. That's how that goes. Oh, hey, Cindy. Okay, let's bring it around. And let's have this go at the bottom. Oh, I just ripped off a leaf. Be gentle to those baby leaves. I'm going to have this kind of come in at the bottom. I love these big heads. You know, it's the type of thing that less is more when you're using some big, larger heads. You don't need a bunch. You know, we're saying the pop, we're setting the tone with the colors, the orange and yellow. All right. Very pretty. Okay. Now, I'm going to use these orange flowers like a filler flower too, I think. Let's cluster a few up and see if I like it, or we might just pop in greenery. Let's cut a few off and see if I want to put those in there. They're fun for summer, and the bright colors really pop off people's doors. So on this, we're going to make sure we pull up the leaves. We're going to take advantage of those leaves up by the head. And you can see when I do that how it even looks a little more tropical, guys. When I pull the leaves up behind the head and have it spread out. We're using the 14-inch, just a smaller one today to start with. Because I think I'm going to get 3 projects out of this box. We might have to add, I mean, we're going to have to add a little greenery here or there, but I'm going to try to, we're going to do the BBB box challenge. See what we can do. Okay. I'm gonna bring this one down right here. We're gonna go right in this zone right here, and I'm just gonna spread those three out. Oh, that looks great there. Pop of orange. I just used 3. Maybe. Let's put our twigs in, and then we'll see if we put a whole lot more. Maybe we will use this on 2 projects. The other project I have red. Oh, that would be pretty too. Woo, this is so fun. We'll see. You know, I might get excited and just pop it all in. So I've got a cluster of 3. I've got the 3 big heads, and now we're going to bring in the yellow filler flower. So this is this great filler flower. I love it because it's got the long, lengthy greenery. So I'm just going to stage it up a little high, a little low, trim that down, and then let's put that in for length. And it's going to mix really nice with the fern we picked out to go in there. Okay, let's go up the top. Let's go behind here. And these are pretty long, and that's kind of fun. You want to treat them like a twig. Give them a little motion forward, which will take up a little bit of their length, so don't cut them too short. You see how we have it coming forward? We're going to want to do that all the way around and cup it towards the angles we're working on, even if we have to cut them a little shorter. So I'm just taking one of these, I'm dividing it somewhat in half. This one just has a couple of pieces. But then we're going to cluster those together for a little more depth, maybe a little more thickness. Let's kind of come towards the middle. Let's push this maybe right here. Come on in there. Whatever. I want you right there. You will cooperate. I am Kalia. You will do what I say. I'm trying to boss these around sometimes. That grapevine right there was super tight. It was not having it. All right, let's use the other piece right down here at the bottom. No, I don't keep a cover on it. No, I just leave it open. It's fine. I haven't had any trouble with anything. It's actually dried and dyed, so it's not something anything really wants to live in. So no, I just keep it in my moss bucket and I keep it open. And I mean, maybe I don't moisten my moss and use it that way. If you wanted to moisten it, but I still wouldn't cover it because you don't want to be getting it really wet. The reason I don't moisten it is because we're going on hot glue. If we were a florist and we're going into floral foam, or we're going to use like a sphagnum moss on our to top dress our pots or something, and we wanted to moisten it, we could, but we're not doing that. Everything's got to be glued in. I'm going in my glue pot below here. Yeah, you got to glue it all. In floral design, you're either going to have to wire, glue, cable tie, or something to hold it in. Oh, Pat has to cover it so your cats will. Well, that's true. The cats would have a field day with it. Yes. You would come back to a little kitty party, right? They would think it's great. Yeah, the dogs don't really mess with it. Well, it's up here on my table, so if you've got it somewhere low, I would be careful because it is dyed. I don't know that it's safe for animals to be having in their mouth, although mine have had it in there. See how I told y'all this filler flower is the bomb? It's the bomb. Look at it. It's so awesome. I know, and it looks so plasticky if you just look at it, but once you put it in there, these dudes look like they're floating. Oh, how fun. All right, we're trimming this one up, and I'm going to have it come down. And then maybe we'll just put a couple more little pops of that orange in. I don't need a whole lot more. I like that. This is so cute and so sweet. Let me cut a couple more and see if I like a couple more in there or not. We're freestyling this. What if we do these a little smaller? Since that's 3, let's do these with 2. See if I like a couple of these just popped in right here. A little flower party. I'm just checking to see if I like them, so they're not glued yet. Oh, I might like it. And we're going to push up that greenery. I think it gives it more of a tropical look. Am I putting a bow on it? No, I don't think so. still in my no bow phase. I don't think so. Some days we're doing a bow, some days we're not. I don't mind these. I'm just going to put them, I just want these flat to the surface, like tucked in. So let me put these in, and then we're going to pop a little more greenery. So I'm using these flowers kind of like I did the alliums the other day, tight to the surface. So you guys saw our latest TikTok. I talk about that. We're going to use these like that too. I design way out from the base generally, and I find it really interesting to the eye to get things up tight too. I like the combination of the depth of low and high, and I think we're going to do that heavily on here. We're going to bring this one in tight. So these are low. I think that's going to add some interest. And now we've got just enough little greenery to pop out from there. Okay, in here I've kind of got this zone without much. I'm going to put a couple pieces of greenery in there. The 4B box is blooms, berries, branches, buds. It's a subscription box that comes out every month. I did a video yesterday showing you what was in last month's box. So this one you're seeing right now is sold out. You can't get any more. But we have some available for our June box that's coming out, which will be all different. And the boxes are made for people who like to do floral design, whether it's centerpieces or wreaths or swags. They are $79.97 a month. Shipping is calculated on however much it costs to ship to you, okay? So that varies depending where you live. I'm in Houston, Texas, so I'm kind of in the middle of the country, so it's fairly decent for everybody, because I'm not at one side of the country over another, which kind of helps a lot. Oh yeah, I like that. I'm going to bring this down a little bit. And so they're also seasonal. So this one was tropical as we get into summer. Before we had patriotic, and so they change. So we'll have one that's fall, Christmas. They change every season. So this is one of our subscription boxes. We also have a greenery subscription that we created that goes out. And that one, I don't know how many spaces we still have available, if there's any left. But I try to use both of them throughout the month. Each month, if we have any available, we will definitely let you know, and you can sign up. But it's one of those things, we don't have infinite spots because we only have so much supplies for so many each month. I love that. This is looking really good. Let me give you all a close-up. I still got a little bit of filler flower I'm going to put in. Okay? Now, so far with this box, we've done one project. The one I had to add one bush of greenery. No, yeah, I only added one bush. It's turning out great. So what I do is I show you guys every month how we're using them, so you can be inspired to create with your own. So we realize when you come to our website and we have 3,000 products or more, it's intimidating. You're not sure what to get. So that's the advantage of getting a box. I try to send you things that are going to coordinate, so it makes your designing easier, because you know I don't have to run around to 3 or 4 stores. It's really all here together, and I can just start rocking. All right, I think we did it. I think we did. This turned out great. Isn't it great? This is just fantastic. I love it. So we used 3 of the large heads here. We didn't use the whole bush. We have a little left of this still we did not use, and we used some a little bit higher and these 2 tucked in lower, and we went to town with that yellow filler flower. If you want one of these subscription boxes, there's links right below. There is one for the greenery there, and there's one for the berries. Okay, and it does say on the website all about the cost when they ship. So if you sign up today, your card does not actually charge until the 10th of the month for the BBB box. On the greenery box, those charge on the 25th of the month. So they're a little bit different, but that's our 2 subscription boxes. And that way, once you have a spot, you don't have to worry about that stuff comes automatically to your door. The advantage of getting this box is when you subscribe to a box, you automatically get 20% off our retail pricing. So you get more in the box. So you get a $100 value for the $79.97. This is our B box, 4 Bs. Blooms, berries, buds, and branches. It's a fun one, and that's what we're playing with. If you want more information about the box, you know you guys can know about that. So this month the box came with an actual really cool greenery that can be used as a swag. So we're gonna go ahead and rock that out as our base and go ahead and use it. So let's do it. I thought we would take this, and in your box you've either got the light one or a dark green, both really pretty greens. And I'm gonna take, and we're gonna make this into a swag, a simple one. I don't think we'll use all the supplies. You're still gonna have some left over from the subscription box. So this one is pretty cool. Now, this is one of my very favorite sprays we've ever had. It's super fancy, but it's got these really neat small sunflowers on it and poppies, and it spreads out so nicely. We're going to use the big swag here, and I'm just going to lay it right on top. And I'm pretty sure that will make just a beautiful swag. Okay. And we could use a bow, but I think I'm going to work a little bit on this transition point and see if I can do no bow. Let's see what we can do and see how we can soup it up a little bit. So one of the easiest ways to do it with a swag base like this, or something you're using similar, is to take, even without cutting, and see if you can just take and rotate some of these up. I like the top of my swag to be full also. I do like a little bit of transition, like a center focal point, but then I like some greenery going up. So let's just take these and rotate a few upward. Well, I think we can do it pretty easy to get together. Let's bring this one up. Look at there. Thanks for joining us, guys. Today we're freestyling using the subscription box, which is, it's fun every month when I get to do this with you. Now let's take a minute and let's spread all these out. These are all wired. Now, if you got this in your box and you wanted to use it differently and cut all these pieces off, you certainly could. You could. Let's spread it way out. Spread it out. Look how good that's looking. Fantastic. Okay. That one's going to go down. So I've got a good bit at the top and the bottom. Let's just put it sideways so you guys can see it really good. We're gonna have stuff left over. We're not even 2 projects. You're gonna be able to get 2.5 projects out of this box. Okay, I like the idea of all this going down. It flows just perfectly. And see how pretty that greenery is behind it? Now, before we even tie it in, take a little bit of a second to bring some of that up and intertwine it. And it doesn't look like it's laid on top. Now it looks like it's part of it. Get my drift? Looks like it's totally part of it. Guys, wherever you're watching, make sure you like, subscribe, and follow the bell icon. If you're watching over on TikTok, if you could give us some extra love over here, it really helps us grow. Thank you for the likes. So let's go ahead and trim this lead wire off here from the stem, because just as long as you got enough to catch it right there, that's enough. We'll take that one off. The subscription box also came with this beautiful yellow sunflowers. So why don't we use these now, kind of coming up in an upward direction. I know I want to put this here too, but if I do that, I end up with just not more yellow on the top than red. So why don't we add a little red behind that? We'll make this just a killer swag. Let's take one of those sprays and let's put this behind, okay? You guys are seeing pretty good? All right, shake hands with this one. This is that red geranium spray with the cute little daisies in it too. Now that's gonna bring the red that we have in the bottom of the swag up to the top. Let me get this a little bigger, guys, for y'all. Let me spread it out a little. My sign over a little bit. There we go. You can trim these down. I like a little overlap here in the middle, but you don't need a lot. Okay, so the red poppy down here is really rocking. I'm going to bring this up here. And if I'm thinking no bow, which you guys, I know you have ribbon in your collection, but let's say you don't. You're a new floral designer. You don't have a lot of ribbon. let's just take and have a little transition here where we let these overlap slightly. And we can make this strictly floral. Since a lot of people, believe it or not, guys, I know they don't really like ribbon. We can just transition this just slightly. I might have to trim these leaves because that's kind of going the wrong direction. But let's get it tied here. And let's just pretend like we're not going to add a bow. Okay? I mean, pretend we're going to do it. So I'm going to come in here. You're going to see how pretty this is. And then what I'm going to do is need to just kind of hide my mechanics with one of the main flowers right here. Let's put that one on. Nice and tight. I'm going to do one more right here too. Mainly because I missed the main stem. No big deal if you do that, guys. You can hide this. There we go. So I want it to be nice and stable. Those are going up. That's coming down. That's looking good on the back. Now let's take and trim this off. Isn't this great? I'm loving that you could get a wreath and a swag out of the subscription box and have things left over. Now, let me trim my sunflower. It's got some greenery kind of going over here to the left. Pull that off. Let's just tuck this in and kind of twist these around where I'm going to get the big heads right here at the center. Yes! So you don't always have to have a bow. As long as you use a floral, you know, like a cluster of florals, or you can use a pod there, anything. You can use something natural. Anything a little bit chunkier right in the center helps define that space. Now take a second and pull all these up. I really want to rock these twigs out a little bit. And some of this greenery right here, we can kind of spread out just slightly to fill up the center part. Teresa, you could totally use it as a centerpiece. Teresa, the only thing I would do different is I would shift it more even, okay? So we made this as swag, so it's going to hang this way on somebody's door and go up and down, okay? You guys over here on TikTok, this is the top, that's the bottom. You guys here on Facebook and YouTube, you can see this is the top and that's the bottom. So you just want to take a little time like this. These leaves that are kind of popping out from the side, what I might do is take and just glue these to the center just to kind of hide any mechanics right there in the middle. See, I would just glue that right behind there. If you order after the 10th of the month, you will be on the wait list for the box the next month. Okay, today we're going to be making a summertime wreath, and this whole wreath is inspired by this gorgeous bow that we made on Bow Wednesday. You guys, if you're not liking, following, subscribing, doing all the things, you really need to do that and come join us on our text list. Text us the word live to 832-734-5201. If you text us the word live, we will be sending you links and live alerts anytime we have a new video. And today is exactly what we're doing with this bow. We're going to be making a summertime wreath that has a really big pop of color. So all the inspiration came from the bow. So for the supplies on this guy, we're going to have 2 of these picks. These have a beautiful zinnia with all those gorgeous colors. Then we have 2 of the filler flower picks, and these have the same beautiful color palette with the pinks. And then we're going to need 1 bush of greenery. This is a 14-inch wreath base. And we will, of course, give you the links to all these products. Just shoot us a text, and we'll send you the supplies. So let's get started. I'm going to start off with popping out some greenery first on our design. So let me scoot these over. The other kind of pieces that you'll see us use all the time, this is an electric glue skillet. And so this has hot glue in it that I'll be using to secure our pieces in. And then you're going to see me use Spanish moss. Spanish moss is what we use to cover up mechanics. That's my big old bucket of moss. It's fresh and full right now. So let's get going with our greenery bush. So this is a mini leaf greenery that adds a lot of texture to a design. You guys, all these supplies are available on Khalees.com. So you're going to see me using great quality supplies because that's what I like to have available for y'all and my Blue Merinos in design school, because KDS Blue Merinos know that if you work with higher quality products, in the end, you can demand a higher price for your products and just have a better finished product when it all comes down to it. All right, we're going to do a little different shape today where our bow is going to be at the center. So we want to kind of set what we call our perimeter. And I teach this in my class as well, that you need to set out how wide you want it, how large you want my design right now with the florals that we put in as the greenery. So I'm going to take and push this out to the side right here and get that. And if I can see the glue, I cover it with moss. If it's pretty well camouflage, then I don't need to. So then we're going to come on the other side. So I'm going to just do the same motion, and you can see I'm coming into the grapevine. That's real important. Don't shoot it through the back. Come right in to the grapevine. Okay, our first two pieces are on. Now we're going to work our way to the top. So let's get some more out here. I'm going to put this one on the right. How fun is that? Make sure you're getting a good amount of glue on each piece. I'm going into the glue first, guys. So this one I can see the glue a little bit, so I'm going to steal a little bit of moss here and pop that in. This is our dark green Spanish moss I'm working with today. So we have different colors for different seasons, and this is the dark green. I got to scoot this over. My power cord is about to get in the glue pot, and we don't want that. All right, I'm going to keep going here. Isn't that gorge? All right, so we started off with a kind of a basic perimeter. I'm going to hold these pieces off for a little bit. We might want a few more when we get down to the nitty-gritty, but right now our basic shape is started, okay? Now, we're going to come in next with our beautiful filler flower spray. And I have two of these put aside. And all we need to do is just take and tear these off. They tear off real easily. So I like hand wrap. This is called hand wrap, the way they wrap and finish this design. I like those kind of bushes because you don't have to cut them unless you just want the very long length. All right, and I just clean up those nasty ends. And we're going to do that to 2 sprays. I've already done another, so we're ready to rock and roll here. And we're going to be using 3 in each section. So here's my first one. A lot of beautiful yellow and orange. I'm going to watch my colors as I put them in, because I want to make sure I have plenty of yellow, orange, purple in each section. So let's use this yellow and orange, and we're going to dip it in the glue pot. And I'm just going to come right over here, and we're going to have it kind of come down. Ooh, love it already. We haven't even done much. Okay, same thing on the other side. Because this is a balanced design, if you do it on the right, you do it on the left. Okay, I don't make too many balanced designs. I'm more of a wild kind of girl, but tonight you're going to see this one coming together. Let's go up a little bit higher here. All right, I love that. Same thing on the other side. Then how about a little bit kind of coming towards the middle a little? So we're getting up closer to our bow zone. Let's come in the center. That may be, we may need a little more greenery in the center here also. Isn't that gorgeous? So we're already starting to fill out our design. I hope you see it coming together. And up here at the top. Oh no, we went to the middle. We already did the top one. Okay. So everybody's matchy-matchy, as I say in design school. What we did on the left, we did on the right. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and get our bow in right now. We're going to put it in. And this bow, if you need to know how to do that, we'll put a link in the supply list for this video of how to make this bow. So pretty, so pretty. Look at it. Oh, mamacita. That is the perfect color combination. So I'm going to use my cable tie that's already built into the bow, and we're going to attach it right up here. I'm going to grab a couple pieces of the vine. I'm just sorry you can't see that on the camera, but I'm just going underneath a few pieces. And we're going to put this right in the center. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Okay, let's trim that off. Now, even before we add our last floral stems and greenery, I want to get a grip on my loops and my tails. I know these tails are going to run down the center, which is gorgeous. And I'm going to take a little time to manipulate the floral kind of around that and kind of work it in. Oh yeah. I'm taking this piece here and just moving it over the green tail And then we're letting the really bright color come over the top. Okay, and I'm going to curl these. Oh my gosh. Can you all believe how simple this is and easy? When you work with great quality florals, this type of pieces are easy to work and make. They're all wired gorgeously, and of course the ribbons too. And we'll curl up that one too. I'm going to get them all beautifully curled. Okay, it's time to add that really pop of color pick, even though this is gorgeous already. Let's put it in next. So these come exactly how they are, ready, rock and roll. And the reason I'm putting them in last is I didn't want to lose any of my flowers by the bow, okay? Let me puff out that loop a little bit. So just trim it down. Let's trim it down right here. We just need like a 2-inch stem. And I'm just going to lay it here for a second to see if that's where I want. Oh yeah, look at that. So much drama in those colors. Let's do it on the other side. It's really picking all the gorgeous yellows out of the bow. All right, let's bring this on this side. I haven't glued them yet. Oh, isn't that pretty? Okay, let's go with that placement right there. Can you see it? Oh, yes, I'll bring it down a little bit more for you. I don't think I'm going to need my moss because I've got most of the whole design covered. Isn't that beautiful? So this particular wreath has the bow at the center. So that allows us to do matchy-matchy on either side. And we'll just put that in. And I'm going to really let this greenery and florals work for me. Make sure they're standing up proud, okay? Let's do the same thing on the other side and get that glued in. I pushed this one in so good it's not wanting to come out. Sometimes I love that about grapevine. It holds on. Okay, just pull that bow out of the way and we'll push it up and in. Look at this coming together beautifully. It was in so good, now it won't go in. There it goes. Okay, and then I'm just going to fluff these out where they're matchy-matchy. Grab any glue strings that you see. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? How gorgeous. Now, the last thing I'm going to do is come back with my little bit of greenery. And we're going to kind of finish out a little bit more of the perimeter up here at the top of the wreath, okay? So let me show you that real quick. I have a few pieces of the greenery left. And we're going to cut these a little shorter. And even though I do that, I'm going to keep them clustered and go right in above the bow. Okay, and so we're going to keep it pretty short up here, but I want to kind of fill in that zone. This piece, I can cut into a couple of pieces. What do you think, guys? Are you ready to make your own wreath like this? You guys, make sure you follow, like, subscribe, and share the video wherever you're watching. And I can't wait for you to make your own wreath just like this. With the bow right in the center. Let me pop this one over to the other side. We have made this in less than 10 minutes. Can you imagine if you're doing your craft shows and you need some nice filler pieces that can fill up your booths? Yes, you want gorgeous showstoppers also. But pieces like this, they cannot go find and buy anywhere except from you. To make a picnic-inspired wreath, because I want you to go on a sweet little picnic with us. And we're going to start off with this ribbon right here, which is check, with the beautiful neutral in the back. You know, I'm a fan of that. I love the neutral in the background. That's just one of my favorite things, just to keep it very organic looking. And because that has the red check, we're going to pair it with solid red that also has the same finish. So when I'm picking two ribbons to go together, it's easier to pull off a look if they have the same finish. And that's the same texture on the actual outside of the ribbon. And so that works really good on these because they're both muted and soft colors. So we're going to pair these together and make a beautiful bow. You can dovetail, or you can also just cut them at an angle. I do both. The angle cut, when you just angle cut, I like that for a ribbon that I'm going to be curling up, and I'm going to be curling them to go in my finished project that way. I want a nice long, I gotta make the camera a little bigger, a nice long 20-inch tail on here. So 20 inches, bring it to the center and twist. So my right hand goes forward, my left hand goes back. And I'm going to go out, this is not a huge bow, but I'm going to go out to 6 to start us off. 6, twist. I'm going to go out to 6 on this side and twist in the center. So you always twist when you want to do another loop. And I want a couple of loops here to get us started off. 6 here, twist, and we'll do one more on this side. The nice thing about working with the Easy Bow Maker and making bows for wreath making this way is that you can compile them from the bottom up, and you can kind of see your process come together. So if you don't like something, you just can take it off and redo it. It is just that easy. So I'm going to slice that just like that. And when I say cutting at an angle, this is what I mean. You could cut these at an angle and then curl them up, but I'm going to dovetail for the look I'm going for today. So just cut them from the fold up, and then you'll have a nice little V cut in there. Okay? And there's our 2 tails. Now, these are a little bit different lengths. I went a little short on that one, so let me fix them. It's very forgiving, except you get a little shorter haircut. So now they're the same length. All right, well now we're going to put our next layer on top, and that's going to be the red. So I'm going to put the nice red. It's like a beautiful barn red. We're going to layer that right on top. And I'm going to take and dovetail this one also. And with this tail, I'd like it to be just a little bit shorter so it lays real pretty on here. You see how that lays and staggered? Almost like it's an award. You know, like you're getting an award at the country fair. Same thing here. And now we're just going to do just one loop. We're going to go an inch smaller at 5. So our big loops are out at 6. These are out at 5. And I want to show you what a cute bow this makes. This is what we call a 2-1 recipe. We have our own language to talk about bows over here at Khalees.com. But you can learn it really easy. You can learn it. 2-1 means 2 loops, then 1 loop. And the reason we had to create that verbiage is because I've sold thousands of wreaths on Etsy, and I had help making the finished designs. I designed them, but I had help with the production of the bow making. And we needed a language where we could communicate. And you could see how it could get confusing when you say, oh, I need 2 loops, and they would say 2, 1 and 1, or 2 and 2 and 2. What did that mean? So we created a language where we talk about one side of the bow at a time. All right, so this is a 2-1. Now we're ready to take this off the bow maker. So I'm going to use a cable tie. The cable tie is going to hold that center nice and tight. These you can find in your electrical department at your hardware store. I'm going to run this right beside my dowels. Put a finger on top and get some pressure on there. Not too tight, but some pressure before I pull it off the bow maker. So here it comes off. I'm going to rotate that back between my fingers right here. Okay, back between, and now I'm fluffing this tooth up. And this is where the magic happens. You can see already, even though this is a super simple bow, how pretty is it? I need to space these open. I need to bring these tails down and make sure this one is separating those 2 loops. And then you get this nice polished look. Flip that over. You're going to add your cable tie to the bottom and just get some tension. And now this one is ready for your embellishment in the center. So the center you can do a number of ways. I do like to polish them off with a little ribbon right down the middle here. And the reason I do that is because it'll just look nice and finished. Sometimes we put flowers in the middle on a wreath, or we might add, you know, a fun ball at Christmas time, or like this one, we could put a watermelon in the center, or a big cherry, or anything like that for the summertime design we're making. But one of the easiest things to do is if you want the center to disappear and you don't want to see the center, like I just want it to just be transitional, then you go with the ribbon that you have on top. So for that, us is the red. If you want the center to be a focal point and really stand out, then you do the ribbon in the back, and then it will make a place where your eye will stop and it will see the center. We're just going to keep it red in our situation here because we just want it to flow on through. So what you're going to do is take a piece of your red ribbon, and I'm going to fold this just to make it a little more narrow. You can make them like chunky like this, like chunky like me, or you can fold it a little tighter. If you want to be a little skinny, then you go skinny. Okay, I'm going to go skinny today. I'm feeling pretty in my pink, feeling skinny, doing a skinny bow. All right, so just put that right down the center in a couple of knots in the back. Yeah. Okay, let's trim that off and just cut that little knot on the back so it's kind of not too big back there, and you are done. It's going to be adorable. We've got a natural with the check on the side, and we're going to make it with this solid red in the center. So it'll be super whimsical. We'll be pairing this up with a long tail bow that we already have on another project. So we're gonna make this one to complement it, and it can't be super big. So we gotta kind of keep our tails under control. So I'm gonna start with check ribbon. It's gotta set the foundation. Now with this bow, I am going to dovetail every tail. So we wanna keep all of our ribbon tails cut at an angle. Now this bow, we're making it kind of be like a summertime picnic look. So it's really soft and sweet, but we want the tails to work for us. So I'm gonna go about 7.5 on the tail, a little bit shorter than I normally would, because I am trying to use these bows on one project together, so we can't make those big cheerleader hair bows. It'll be a little overwhelming. So that's 7.5, and this is gonna be 5.5 on my first loop. When I twist my right hand forward and my left hand back, and then I'm able to get a nice little twist. Now I'm gonna come on this other side at 5.5, and now I'm twisting right hand forward, left hand back, okay? So I gotta start. And I'm gonna do, we're just gonna start with 1. We're gonna layer this up. Oh, it should be 5.5. I made that 6.5. Double check. And then instead of twisting like I just did, because we're just going to do 1 loop here, you're going to scrunch it. So you're going to turn it back around and just scrunch. And then our tail's a little shorter. It's only 7.5. So cut it first and then dovetail it. Okay? And if your tails get a little bit off, I hate when my tail gets a little off. But when that happens, you just simply can trim it a little shorter. Now bring in your neck ribbon. And this one, we're going to do the same thing. Cut that dovetail. And it's going to go on this other side. And we're going to go that same length. We're establishing our perimeter. So it can't be shorter. We got to go 7.5. 7.5, come to the center, twist. This time I'm twisting where the front of the ribbon stays up, and I'm ready to do 2 on either side here. So I'm going to go a little bit smaller. So these were 5.5, so just a little bit smaller at 5. Twist, and 5 on this side. And bring it in, now twist, okay, and then we're going to do that twice on each side. So our recipe so far is a 1, 2, 1, 2. Now I'm twisting, and we're going to come to the other side. All right, now take these and fluff them up as we start to layer it all up. Now we want to make sure that these are the equal length, and they are at 7.5 inches long. Take and trim it and dovetail it. Okay, so here's what we got so far. We've got 1 anchor going down, kind of setting our pretty line here. And then we've got beside of it, to bring out that red and white, we've got the red to really pop it. But we're not quite done. We're going to finish with what we call a bow tie, and it won't have a tail. So these will be your only tails going out because we don't want to overwhelm it. And we're going to do a bow tie. So the way a bow tie works is it's just a clean, neat loop in the center on both sides. We were all the way out at 5.5. So if we can get to 4.5, I'm going to be happy with that. So we need to overlap these in the middle, but we need 4.5 on each side, or at least 4. Right there we get 4. So make your own little loop, and you need those ribbons to overlap in the back a little, otherwise they'll pull out of the middle. So you've got to make sure you've got enough space. See how they're overlapping? Right here? That's what I'm talking about. And then you have to kind of work that to the center. And they don't have to be a lot, but something like this. And then once you get them overlapping pretty in the middle, and then you're going to pleat that. Just with your hands. And that's why we call it a bow tie, because it looks like a cute little bow tie. And now put the bow tie in the center. And this is going to polish this bow off like boom shaka laka. Okay? And we want this bow to complement another bow we've made. So I like for them to be similar but not identical. So that's why we made it a little bit different when we've laid this one out. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is grab my cable ties, and we're ready to take this off. This is a part people struggle with on the bow maker. They can get it really pretty here, but then they struggle with, oh my gosh, now I have to take it off. Panic. Don't panic. Go slow and steady. Cable tie runs beside the dowels, so because it's on the right side, if you put it tight right there, your bow is not going to be even. So I'm going to get some pressure, but then I'm going to work it back to the left when I'm fluffing, because it needs to come over like about a 1/2 inch to the center, okay? Maybe a little less than that. So pressure starts here, but I'm off to the right, okay? Now I grab it, I'm also holding it, and now I'm rotating it right to the middle. So now it's in the middle. Now I'm gently fluffing. Watch that bow tie Because if you pull on that, I've done it before, you'll yank it out of the middle because it doesn't have that twist like everybody else does. See how pretty it looks? Now I'm good. I am happy. But before I get this tight, I need another cable tie in there. So this is where I run my other cable tie right down the center. All right, and cinch that tight. Beautiful. So now we got a gorgeous bow laid out. So this is going to complement the other bow I've previously made to go with it. Look how pretty. And this is what we call a funky bow because the tails are not uniform. They're not even. They are in length per se, but they're not, boom, snip the tip. And then you want to come in with, I'm going to bring the red to the center because it's just a pretty contrast to go and kind of make that center look really neat. So you notice today when we've done these two bows, we haven't over layered anything. Like we've kept them pretty neat and simple. And for the project that we're getting ready to make with all of these, I need to make sure that they are simple and not overly. This is just they don't need to be like the big grand bows we make sometimes. They're just going to be nice and simple. So I folded that on its side. I've got my little strip. We're going to run it down the middle. This time it's a little bit thicker, not super skinny, but look how pretty that is in the middle, and just a little proper bow that is. I'm going to put 2 knots here in the back if I can. 1 and 2, and then this bow is going to be ready for our wreath making. Summertime wreath together that is going to have that feeling of a summer picnic together, and we're going to create that not only with this gorgeous bush, then I'm going to be using these stunning butterflies to pop out this beautiful bright red and add some movement to my piece, and some chunky gorgeous red berries because those scream summer. So these are our 3 floral pieces, but wait, there's more! This ribbon and make 2 tremendous bows that are going to add a bunch of volume to the design. The whole concept, I think you're going to love it. This time this bush is going to function as our greenery, and not only is it going to be our greenery, but it's going to be our flowers. So it is what's going to fill up all the space. These 2 pieces we're going to hold off to the side for a minute, but this is what's going to fill out our whole design, and we're going to use the ribbon to pop between these. So we're going to start by breaking down this bush, and it is a big full one. So if you can take and separate it into its main 4 sections here, you are ready to rock and roll. Now take these and pull them down. Just pull them down. They shred nicely into these sections. And that way you don't have to worry about redoing anything to them. They're already sectioned out. When we do that, we're getting 4 for this bush, which is perfect. We can use 3 at the top, 1 at the bottom, or we can keep it very symmetrical and use 2 and 2. I'm trimming everybody down to about an inch stem, 2 inches. 2 inches is good. Sometimes we have to think about those lengths, but in this design, everybody just gets trimmed down. And I'm going to take my wreath, guys, before we can even get any further starting here. You've got to look at your wreath because on our design, we're going to have a bow high and a bow low. And then I want to make sure that the sections that are showing of the wreath are pretty. And this is good. This is good. We're good to go. One of the most important things you have to do before you get ready to design is, like I would say in design school every week, we have to shake hands with this pick. And we've created smaller pieces out of a larger bush. We've got to shake hands. The other thing we're going to need close by is we need our Spanish moss close by, because that's what's going to allow us to keep these puppies tight in our wreath base. So you're just going to hold that and give it a swirl. You can bring your stick over so you can swirl off the glue. And you couldn't see that on camera, but I'm swirling off the glue like that. All right, now come on in, and I'm going to leave a bow zone. So we're going to put this first one kind of low, and then we're leaving a section for the bow right there. Second one's going to go in up above. And if you'll look at these, some have red and orange, some have red and yellow. So it's not too matchy-matchy. We'll use a red and yellow and a red and orange, and then we'll use the opposites down at the bottom. So you'll have a little bit of both. Take and do that. Shake hands. Hello, nice to meet you. Everything from Cleese.com is, we try to have the best quality we can for the price. But you always, no matter where you get your florals, you have to shape them up before you put on your pieces. See how this one's bending that way? That wouldn't work for the direction we want this to go. We want it to kind of come over to the right. So just take a second and use these gorgeous wires that are built in for you to shape that up. This is going to go up at the top up here. Still leave space for the bow. I'm leaving space and I'm pressing those in. Now, one of the things I'm going to do is take a little bit of Spanish moss and just get in there where that glue is. Make sure you're pressing it in so you have a nice glue Spanish moss sandwich. And that helps hold pressure too, to hold it in that spot a little bit longer. Okay, great top started. Our secondary section down here will have another bow, so we want to go in and around that bow too. And I am going to pay attention to my colors. We have to learn these details and pay attention to these details. They matter in your design. This is what I teach in design school. See, the orange and red is over here. So if I were to just have that try to fight right here, these will look great opposite. Like these will look great opposite. So think about that when you're putting them in. Now this is a little bit long. I'm going to cut this little top section off, and we're going to have it a little bit shorter. That means my little orange flower is going to be separate. That's okay. We're going to use it here in a little bit. I love this bush because it's like a one-stop shop. It's got that rose leaf greenery in it that I love, and it just is pretty. So I'm going to bring this in. We're going to push it in at an angle. Don't go through the back. Push it in at an angle, and this will be our secondary section down here. If you can see the glue or you need some moss in there, put it in. If you don't, you don't have to. Now I'm going to take my second piece. So this one has the yellow, and I'm going to cut off that top section also. We got these two florals additional. We'll pop in later. And we'll go ahead and fluff it out. Shake hands with everybody. Hello. All shake hands. Beautifully fluffed. And so that's going to come below. Now I kind of have these at a starting angle with what I'm putting in as far as their directions going. But you know what? You can adjust them. They are such nicely wired. I'm just making sure that didn't go through the back. And we can adjust them. So I've got one line working up there, one line working here, just kind of coming out to the side. They're kind of similar shape, CC, and we can adjust that a little. All right, let's get a little bit of our fun pieces in before the ribbons, okay? So grab your butterfly bush, and I'm going to take this and we're going to section it into some sections. So the butterflies are pretty much all on their own wires, and everybody's coming from the same section. So let's just, I think we can tear it down. And then we'll see how they come apart as you tear it down. They might be tied together. Like that yellow is all tied together. These are tied together. And then these are tied together. So I will have a couple of different sections working. Now you can take and just trim these in their little clusters so you don't have quite as many single wires just floating around. You never know. It'll keep it a little more together. This is just a pretty forsythia, but I'll pair it up with a butterfly in a second. Let's start with this one. So I want one of these in each section, but I like to utilize this fun little, just this wispy twig and get that pretty butterfly just popping out. Have her move it. So if I leave her that long, she's a little bit too long. Let's take and cut her down a little bit. She's twisted together a little bit higher here, but if you need to twist your own, you could do that right there. Twist it together and make it a little shorter. And that'll give you a little security as you're putting it into the grapevine. I'm going to go right behind here. How cute is that? So now I have this beautiful wire. I have that little bit of yellow filler flower, and I got this great butterfly flying up at the top. Let's do the same thing below. And this one has, I'm going to separate this one with these and pair these together. So I got a nice, pretty butterfly with a lot of stem on it. And because this one's a little bit longer, let's put her more kind of coming behind the bow right here. So I can use that pretty stem poking out. We'll just tuck her back here. I love this for summertime. I just think it's so pretty, but it has some color that is the warm, hot colors of summer. So I think that's bold and will go with a lot of different gardens. And because the bows we're using on this are super neutral, you can make it work all together real easily. All right, our last one, and I think I want her to kind of come out. Maybe she could fly out from the bottom too and soar up. Let me trim her down. If you will go to the supply list for this project, which is right here in the description, or you can text us. Just text us the word supply, and it'll send you the lists for all the supply lists, and you'll be able to grab this one specifically, and the links for the bows are also on every supply list. So you never have to miss another supply list. If you text us anytime, like if you text a supply a week from now, it'll be different because the lists change. So it's a little trick I just gave you. If you want to stay up with our content, grab a spot on that text list and send us supply whenever you need the newest list. Okay, I'm putting my butterfly in. I got my twigs in. Looking amazing. So the things I have left, guys, I've got berries and I've got a few pieces here. But now it's time to make those bows. And once your bows are made, we're going to put them in. We're going to do that right now. So the bow we made with the very long tail, it should position right in here and just tuck right in between these two. So we're going to do that right now. And hopefully you left enough room. Just always leave a few inches in that bow zone to you can always take and cut something and pop some in there. I'm trying to go under this grapevine and it's not cooperating. You want to grab not just one. See, I'm just getting one little skinny piece of grapevine, and the problem is you need 2 or 3 pieces so you know it's not going to break. Okay, I'll try to show you up close on the next one what I'm talking about. Okay, I'm putting that one in tight. I'm happy with it. Trim off the tail right here. Okay, there is the tail. We're going to trim that off. Yay! Just bring that in and go over to the side. Yes! Fantastico! Alright, let's bring that in and down. And where's my other tail? Here it is. I'm like, I've lost a tail. So you see how pretty this is? Kind of sliding over, coming down. And we'll work that all in around the florals. Oh, it's just beautiful. It's a good, good bow. Now, the next bow is going at the top. And this one is so fun to pop in here. I like to kind of, you could change and play with the angle. And all the time in design school, I am changing up the angles on things. Play with that. Okay, so this one right here can go straight. I'm going to put it at the opposite angle. So they kind of kiss each other here. When one looks to the left, the other one looks to the right. And they're coming in together. And see what I'm doing? I'm grabbing several sections of the grapevine. Because if I just go through one, it may be fine for the long haul, but it may not. And I want to teach my students to make products that hold up well. Everything's going to eventually fade and weather with sunshine. But if your products hold up well and you get customers who love your wreaths, love your construction, they're going to come back to you year after year after year. And that may drive you nuts, or that may fill your pocketbook. So whatever direction you want to go, I'll leave it up to you. But look how cute that is. And so when I say they kiss, they're just kind of at opposite angles. Isn't that precious going in there? All right, now the fun part. We get to basically accessorize around these bows and utilize that space. So the first thing I want to do is I want to get some action back here behind the top part of the wreath. That is the anchoring part of the design. So use your other 2 pieces up here and we're going to spread those out. And remember, we got to keep in mind the color. Here is orange, here is red. So when I put those in, I'm going to go opposite. Okay, or there's a yellow there. I could do it this way. There's kind of like a hit or miss, but I think I'm going to do double red and 1 orange here, just to kind of space them out. And you want to make sure you fluff out this greenery because I want to see that coming from behind the bow. So I'm going to shift it for just a second and we're going to work right up here. Okay, so pull out those tails, pull out the loops. We're going to go right behind the bow. And I've got that loaded with glue. This is going to pop in right here. And I kind of want to see that come up kind of between those tails. See it pop up? Great. Now let's come in with our other one over here. That is the orange one. And we'll have it pop up right between these 2 loops, okay? So it's just a little bit longer, so that'll work great. I'm going to get it loaded with glue. Swirl it off, get those tails off. I'm going to come up above. Lucky, lucky, lucky. And I'm going to bring that in. Isn't that fantastic? Now let me rotate it back around. And you can see I shaped that out a little bit more. Now, if you wanted to steal like a little bit of greenery from over here and put some back there, we could. Let's steal this little piece right here. I'm going to get it as long as I can get it. I'm going to steal this 1 piece because I feel like that's full enough. Now let's put 1 more up there. So, guys, the moral of the story, never be afraid to steal a little something if you want a little bit more right in your bow. I'm going to pop that right in here. Just right coming through the, but perfect. There it went in. Good. Okay. Now we're ready for that big dramatic pop of red. Look how cute. Look how cute this is. Is it screaming summertime or what? I love it. And I love the big foofy bows in it. So this is a great way to make some inexpensive wreaths for your craft booths, guys, because this is taking 3 supplies here. We're not talking a lot. The main thing we're using is ribbon to fill up that space. And I've actually been teaching in design school how to utilize ribbon to maximize your budget for some of the projects you're doing in craft shows. So that way you can have your high-end pieces that you know I love to make, but then we can take and have some pieces that are a little less affordable, a little more affordable, a little less expensive, because they just don't require much supplies and we can make them quickly. So I'm deconstructing this cute little berry bush into 3 sections. And this one comes with a big honker stem, so you kind of have to cut it down very, very carefully, but you can see how cute it is when you cut it into sections. So it's up to you. I think I'm going to let, since the butterflies really seem to soar up here, I think I'm going to use 1 of the bigger clusters here and then use 2 down here, okay? So the 2, let's see, who's the biggest? This one's the biggest. The 2 little smaller ones I'm going to put off to the side. And this big one, I really want to come out the top of that bow, so I'm going to turn it a little bit and bring it out here. And listen, if you're not a fan of ribbon, you're like, Clea, I cannot do that much ribbon. Gag me with a spoon, no problem. Just do 1 bow. Do the top, do the bottom. Use these berries at your transition, okay? And pop them in. There you go. You're so cute with your berry. Isn't that precious? Now let's come down here. Do the same thing on this side. Doesn't that just finish it off nice? I love this one. Okay, my heavier berry, I'm going to use at the top. Kind of let it trail off to the side. My little one we can use at the bottom, or you can vice versa. Oh wait, that looks really pretty at the bottom. Let's use that one at the bottom. Change. I'm going to use this thicker one at the bottom. Get a good amount of glue because we're going to be going under the bow right here. There's a lot going on. And then I'm going to use Spanish moss to hide my glue in there. Hello, we're coming in hot. Coming in hot. Yeah. Okay, and above with just this little touch of cherries. These are not really cherries, they're berries, but we're calling them, we're calling it a picnic wreath, so you can pick what you want it to be. Let's give it a little love, and we did it. I'm in the Bloom room. No, not. I'm at Bloom Central. Bloom Central. And Mom and my cousin Veronica over here working in the background, so you might hear them doing their thing. I'm sure they'll say hi at some point, but they're over there. They're doing their own thing. They're not wanting to come over here with me, but that's okay. I think they might be a little camera shy, but you guys can tell them hello. How's everybody doing? Hi, I heard Mom say hi. Hi. And her shingles are doing good. They're getting a lot better, so she's happy. She's functioning, right, Mom?
Yes,
you're functioning. So, if you guys have never been here, hi, Sylvia. Make sure you come on in and say hello. Hi, Tracy. On Fridays, we have a freestyle video where we just play with flowers. I play with flowers and you hang out. Hi, Diane. Thank you. But welcome. If you're new to our Facebook page, make sure you like and follow us here. If you're watching this later on YouTube, make sure you follow our YouTube page and like and subscribe to live alerts because we want you to get them. We also have our own, what do you call it? Text messaging service. So you don't have to rely on any of the platforms. Like, we control that service. So it's really wonderful if you could subscribe to that. The number is up in the description of this post. You can text us there, the word live, or you can go to textkhalid.com. I have to think about it. Hi, Vince. Hi, Tammy. Hi, Regina. So come on over. We're going to play with flowers. I've got a really pretty color palette picked out. And I forgot to do the one thing I was supposed to do was take pictures of these before we started. Fail. Diane says, hey, Mama, I'm glad you're feeling better.
Thank you.
But let me put all these together and show you kind of what I think we're doing. Hi, Wanda. Hi, Annette. Since it's getting summertime, I thought we would make something so summery. Hey, Alice. What up? Hey, Jenny. Okay, y'all, this all started with these little daisies. Johnette, you're the... Let's do orange. This was in our greenery subscription box. Oh, checking in for North Carolina? Yay. It's like this really great bright green. So I thought that would be a lot of fun to play with that. And then, of course, some yellow. Let me show you what else, because we've got more. I'm thinking really summery and bright. Look here. Thanks, Roxanne. She is doing much better. She kind of feels good to know what's going on. This double hibiscus, y'all. Oh my gosh, it's so, so yummy. Okay. Then we've got a couple of these bushes here. They're like a mix of greenery and a little bit of yellow accent. So you can see we're doing yellows and oranges. Isn't it looking amazing? And then, of course, 2 more protea because I'm not tired of these yet. There's a very tropical feel to this. Hi, Trudy. Good to see you. And look here. We're going to pop in a fern. A very fun fern. Really, really topical. Happy Mail's coming soon. Yay! Hi, Lori Lynn. Hey, guys. So we're going to play with all of this. Look, Nicole, get a screen grab. Let me not get the fire extinguisher in the background. And hold it and smile. Go, Nicole. Yay. Nicole's right now running around like crazy trying to get a screen grab and probably didn't get it. But it was fun. It was fun doing it anyway. But isn't this going to be fun? It's going to be so pretty. Yes, so summery. I do have some ribbon too if we want to go with some ribbons. Kind of in the oranges and greens to keep it really popping to go with the tropical. I thought this one would be good. And then we'd mix all that. Yeah, they are pretty. They are pretty. Okay, awesome. I'm so glad you guys are here. Let's get started. Cynthia, you like those? Cynthia McCracken, we'd love to send you just a little sweet treat. If you could just email the team or email Nicole, Cynthia, at info@Khalees.com or Nicole at Khalees.com, Cynthia McCracken. Thanks. Awesome. Nice to see you too, Vicki. Let's get going with the greenery. I've got my wire cutters over here. Got my wire cutters. I'm going to put that fern in first because that's so pretty. And it's a big bush here. We can use it. You've already used it? Oh my gosh. Hi, Debbie. You think it's going to be pretty? Me too. I'm going to take these and trim a few off and we'll get this rocking and rolling. Trim it. Hi, Kimmy. Cheryl, you're loving them? Me too. So I've got some longer ones and we're going to start with that. I need my moss though, guys. I left it. Catherine, you got me on the screenshot, Catherine. Thank you. Because I put makeup on for y'all. We've got to document that. Occasionally I put on makeup. It's not an everyday thing. Hold on, I'm coming right back with my moss. Okay. At the Bloom Room, I have my moss in a pretty little container here. The moss is in a Cane's chicken bag because you never know when you need Cane's. All right, let me just pop that behind here. Y'all, Ari the dog, that's her favorite little total of junk food. She gets a little piece of a Cane's chicken nugget or strip. She's crazy for it. She's crazy. Yeah, Wanda, I picked out a lot. I mean, it's freestyle. I just could have fun with y'all and go crazy. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go slightly crazy. Hi, Phyllis from Galveston. Great, Phyllis. I don't know if I've seen you before. Hey, I didn't know you're from Galveston. Hi, Donna. Okay, guys, you might see me putting the moss in. That's just covering up my hot glue every time I put that in. So we get a lot of questions about that. The glue's down here in an electric skillet like used for cooking. Hi, Julie. I'm so glad. Katie, I know you're so busy. We're so busy. So wonderful to see everybody's business growing. Everybody doing their thing. It's awesome. Do miss getting to see everybody. Wanda, you love Cane's too? I know it. It's like our guilty pleasure, right? Oh, they look like sago palms. Kind of a little bit, but they're definitely like a nice, they're not as big as sago palms. Y'all, all the sago palms around here are coming back or dead as a doornail. But, you know, they're coming back so pretty because their new growth is such bright green. It's just beautiful. It's pretty. So let's keep going. I'm going to do this coming around. Oh, y'all do your thing. They're shipping in the background. Hi, Alex. Good to see you. You're getting Cane's chicken. You're going to get one in your town, Debbie? You know, they came here a long time ago, and it's just one of those neat stories. That company's just continue to grow and grow and grow, and they do a great job with their customer service in our town, too. I'm not sure if they're as consistent as Chick-fil-A all over the country, but it's so nice to have company standards that are obviously pretty high. And I love that part. Hey! Oh, it's the cray days of summer. You're a new wreath maker? Well, welcome. Who's this? Betty. Wonderful. Welcome, Betty. Judy, are the wreath stands back in stock, girl? Coming on Sunday. Coming in. My girlfriend Betty is coming in from Georgia. So we're going to get some Betty time. And y'all are going to get some wreath stands. You got your lemon wreath? And, oh, yay. You got it finished? That's awesome. Hi, Robin. Great to see you. Hi, Linda. All right, let me pop this one in. Let's see who else is here watching. I'm going to bring that to the center. So it's a kind of like a, you can kind of see through it a little bit. So you're going to think about where you're placing it because we're going to have to layer on it. Hi, Joan. Is this a Deco Grapevine? Yes, Deco Exchange, yes. If you guys need a link, if you want to go shop for wreaths over at Deco Exchange, please use my link. I'd love to get it. I'd love to get it. That's so bad. Freudian slips. I'd love to get that commission. Yes. Do I take my pictures for wreaths outside? Yes, I do. I'm fortunate to live down here in Houston, Texas, so a lot of our year is I could go outside and take pictures, you know. Hi, Joan Mello. Hey, Joan, we'd love to send you a little special treat, Joan Mello, if you will just email the team at Kali@Kali's.com. No, info@Kali's.com. I'm not going to get that right today. Email the team and we'll get you a little gift, Joan. Okay, I've got 5 in so far. They're pretty light, but they're going to add to our texture. Yeah, they do look like feathers. They do. They do. Okay, let's get going with our next piece. I want to put those, where did I put them? Here they are. I'm going to use these two kind of like greenery. Now listen, we're going to have a supply list for you when it's all over today at the end of the video. But in the meantime, I will let you know of anything I'm using. This particular bush is 13067, this one. That I'm using. Now, I've just used some. I am going to bring some more of the smaller pieces towards the front to kind of give it that tropical feel. But now I'm going to put this one in. I think this is called a foxtail also. 62257. This is a yellow color. This is a yellow color. Oh, there you go. There's where you, if you have won a gift card and I called out your name, that's where you email us, okay? You're welcome, Joan. We're glad you're here hanging out with us. Okay, I'm going to fluff it first. In design school, we call this shaking hands, so we're going to make friends with this and shake hands. Shake hands. If you have any trouble with the video, you guys just go in and out. All right. Hi, Becky. Oh, the Deco team is at Mastermind. I know, but we can still order from them. You can still get in line for your wreaths. I know. There is my affiliate link. Yay. You guys want to go shop over there for goodies too. Go have fun. The stuff I'm using today is available at Kali's.com. Oh, you're welcome. The supply list hopefully helps you out so you can find fun stuff that we sell. Yes. Yes, exactly. It's fun to shop. I'm going to just pull this off. You could use the Monstera leaves. The Monstera leaves, you guys, that's it's a green leaf that has, it's tropical for sure. A lot of times though, the ones that I've found, I just don't love them. I'm still looking for tropicals that I love that aren't too, there's a fine line between too cheap and too expensive. And of course, you know, I love all the fancy stuff. I love all the fancy stuff. But we have to kind of watch our bottom line. There is what we can spend to make a wreath because we're going to put a lot in it. You know? But I'm going to keep a lookout. Markets are coming up. And since they're going to be more open, we can go and actually see things in person to order and not have to do it virtually. And I'm so excited about that. I'm excited about that. Okay. Let me bring this up here. And I'm going to kind of work on setting my perimeter with this too, because I think this is nice. It has greenery and that little pop of yellow. Hi, Debbie. Good. I'm going for my phone today. Live from my phone. I'm glad it's coming in loud and clear. It's a balance of quality for... You nailed it. Yes. Yes. I haven't seen this. Sometimes we have projects we can go hard on and we can use premium quality. Like when I was getting married, I went for it. It was hard. It was hard for me, but I got what I wanted for my wedding. And of course, those silk flowers were amazing. Beautiful, beautiful. And I should have kept some, but you know what? I'm such a businesswoman. I sold it to the venue. The venue made me an offer I couldn't refuse. You guys, our shipping is still at about 14 days right now. We're hoping to make a little move on it this weekend, but orders have gotten busy again. So we're going to do our best, but I want you to know if you order anything from the website, it's about 14 days before shipping. Becky, if you want to become a member of our design school, the classes open up again in September. If you head over to Khalid'sDesignSchool.com, there's a wait list there, and you can get on the wait list just by putting your email in, and you'll be first to know when it opens back up. Okay? Okay, I'm still kind of fluffing these up. I'm going to put another one up here. Trying to decide where my bow's going to go. I'm thinking my bow's going to go a little bit higher than normal today because that would be different. I'm making it big. I'm making it real big, right? I am going big. Oh, Alice, yes, yes. We would love that, mañana. Sí, Senora Alice. I have extra tea for you. Vince, yay! Vince, thank you for commenting. Awesome. I've got a little special little treat for you. If you'll just email Nicole, we'll send you a little special goodie. That's Vince, Nicole. Okay, I'm pulling these open because that's faster. Usually a little more violent, but faster. And a little easier on the hands. It's always bigger, right? So is this Annabella or Chris? I want to call you the right name. Annabelle? It goes by so quickly. Yes, I take them outside, Sherry. I take my wreath pictures outside. Yes. That's where I like to do it, if possible. Uh-oh, I see somebody jumping some emojis. What do you call those little things that are assigned to us? They're not emojis, but you design your own. Bitmoji? Bitmoji? Maggie, yeah. I want a big tropical piece. I want a really big tropical piece for the patio. And we're going to do it. We snuck away for a little bit. Oh, you're welcome, Vince. Thanks for being a part of everything, being a great supporter. We appreciate you. But we snuck away to the garden center because my cousin's in town, and we're all flower freaks. And I'm telling you that us going to the garden center was like 4 women. I mean, not 4 women. 4. Oh, that's so bad. I can't say that. It was just like. I can't say what I was going to say. It was like, here's what we look like at the garden center. Oh my God, look at this. Oh my God, look at this. Oh, it was crazy. Oh, Vicki, you're already a member to Design School. You do not need to sign up again. Yeah, they're having fun back there. They're packing. They're packing up your orders. Whose order are y'all packing? Just give me the first name.
First name.
Darlene. Darlene. She might be watching. It's heading out. It's heading out, Darlene. Y'all, anyway, we had fun at the garden center because we're really plant freaks. Real plants, fake plants, any plant. It's all the same to us, right? Oh, I'm going to put that on there, and I'm going to put another one down a little bit lower, I think. Yeah, so guess when my girlfriend Betty gets here from Georgia and drops off the wreath stand, you know where we're going to have to hit. Garden centers! Did I have to replay a lot of the yard? Yes, that's been really difficult. No, not really. It's been fun. Hey, checking in from Calgary. Great to see you. Thanks for popping in. Yeah, so we have lots of agendas. My Packers are having fun. Look, they're going out. Look, they're going out the window. Where are they going? There they go. Packers. Did I find a new lemon tree? Not yet, Penny. The ones that I found are pretty little. I'll get a new one. But we're thinking about redoing the backyard now that the 2 big lemon trees are gone. We're thinking about redoing it a little bit. So we're going to wait till I figure out where I want them. I have the orange tree planted already. So we can always put that in the ground. It's still potted. It's just a couple years old. So there's more things we can play with as far as the garden design. The vine's coming back. I'll love you. I'll love you. I would love to show you, y'all, my words. I would love to show you that the vine is coming back. Did I find the white rooster? No, Stephanie. If you guys see a white rooster, I have this little thing I want to do at home where I put the white rooster next to a arrangement we made in design school. So I'm on the hunt for a white rooster. Okay, I'm still putting yellow in. We're gonna pop more yellow still. I am Kim, and they're the best lemons. I have a couple left in the fridge that are looking a little disheveled, but I think I'm going to try to possibly propagate those seeds, but I don't know if I can because I think the lemon tree was on a graft. Hey, Guadalupe. All right, this is another foxtail we're going to use. It is 61076. Oh, you saw one at home? I would definitely take a look at that one. Hi, Patty Petrononi. I think that's how you say it. Hey, thanks for being here, Patty. We'd love to send you a little fun gift special to you if you would just email the team. That's Patty with the long last name. Patty something P. Johnette, Tractor Supply didn't have one. No, they checked for me. I had all my checkers checked. Put some WD-40 on that door. That way I know if nobody's sneaking in here. If I'm working out here late at night. Yeah, I think his white rooster was metal. And I'm looking for like a resin or ceramic one. And I really don't want to paint one. And I would like if it was already a little antiqued. Can someone find me one? I don't have time for projects. All my projects are for y'all. I do projects for you guys. And I just want to buy cute stuff for the house. Okay, let me cluster this up a little bit. Let's use it a little clustered. This may be a no bow again. You know, it may be a no bow wreath. I put some ribbon on the supply list. We'll see. All of a sudden, I'm feeling funky with the flowers. Feeling flower funky. How are you shippers doing over there? Shippers?
We're not shipping real good, but we're trying.
You're shipping. You're shipping good. Don't worry about it. Y'all are good shippers. They're doing good. Are y'all missing stuff? You saw the white rooster at home. Okay. You mean I have to go to at home? Darn. Y'all made me go shopping. Oh, shoot. That sounds fun. I'll go check. I will go check. I'm going to make a little clusters out of these and kind of use them chunky. I know, Diane, another no bow. I know. It could be dangerous. Could be so dangerous. Oh, dang. You're telling all my tricks, Donetta. You're telling my tricks. Joanne, yeah, you are. You're seeing it on the opposite side. Yes. Because of how I've got my camera. Kim, I want it big. Yeah, big. 24. I don't think I want it bigger than that, but 24, 30 inches. Big old honker one. So we could dress it up for, well, I mean, we could put a Santa hat on it, but I was thinking it would go good for all year long, really. And that's pretty. I'm all over the place with this freestyle. You're new, you're excited to be here? Yay! Yeah, stop by at home on my way to my garden center. Yes, great idea. Y'all, my PayPal account's hooked up to my email, so whenever I, buy something, the email comes through. And Honey Bunny was like, oh, I see you're at the garden center. I'm like, what you doing looking at email right now? I thought you're supposed to be working. I was slightly busted, but he knows better than to say much. He knows. If he wants his Yingling of support flow to keep coming from Georgia, he's got to watch it.
One more of those same boxes.
Honey Bunny knows what I mean if he's watching. Oh, you're off work. Wonderful. Getting a Friday off. Good for you. Take a break. Another no bow. Another no bow, I'm telling you. Thanks, Kimberly. Thank you very much. Kimberly, we'd love to send you a little treat. Just email Nicole. That's Kimberly Nolan. Okay, 3 pops. 3 pops. Yeah, Sylvia, got to keep them in check. Got to keep them in check. 3 pops of yellow. Now, let me get my main focal point in yet. Yeah, my cousin Veronica's here helping. She's back here helping, yes. Well, our family's kind of like that. If there's work to be done, everybody's going to help. Gerda, that's your favorite, Yingling? You know, we don't have it in Texas still, but I think it's coming soon. So we have it, friends bring it to us, you know, stock us up. Or if I go over to Damon's in New Orleans, they have it there in Louisiana, so I can bring it over. Hi, Sharon. Welcome from Santa Rosa. Welcome. Look, Cartersville, Georgia. I'm going to trim this one. Okay. Yeah, if you got a little giveaway today, make sure you message Nicole because that's how she's going to get in touch with you, and you email her. Guys, you got to email.
Okay, so you got 2 of these.
Oh, you live in Ohio? Fantastic. Hi, Cindy. So I'm picking out orange to pop with the yellow. Okay, we're going with orange. And I'm into these proteas and all these weird things lately. I've been looking for weird flowers. Hi, Dee. All right, I think we're going up here. I only have 2 of these, and shoot, I wonder if we're gonna want more. I'm gonna go with 2. We're just gonna cluster them at the top. Oh, 2 pops of orange at the top. We're gonna go rogue. It's a rogue wreath again. I love that. It's a love. Vince, whatever. That's Richard's favorite thing. But he's a beer nerd. Okay, so we have to log his beers in on an app so we can keep a virtual tally of all the beers he's tried over the years. Yeah. He's a beer nerd. That's what we call him. Yes. But he loves it. He loves doing it. It's an app called Untapped. It's really fun. And then the neat thing is if you're in an area, you can go to Untapped and see some local beers in that area. So it's a really cool thing. He's had it for years. And one time we were in Georgia, we were at a Braves game. And sure enough, he met another guy and they were talking about the beers. And they like bonded over Untapped. And we were sitting right next to them in the stadium, and it was pretty neat. They had a whole conversation, gave us something to talk about. Really enjoyed it. We really enjoyed it. It was fun. So, beer can bring friendship. Me too, Elise. I love it too. I just think it's so pretty. And I'm telling you, these are so plasticky, but they're painted so amazing you would never know. They look like they're dry. Really fun. Hi, Diana in Florida. Okay, my next 2 main flowers are some double hibiscus, so I want to pop those in somewhere. Y'all, I feel like we're going to have a bow now. Ugh. Yeah, it is a fun app, and you get badges. And, of course, they're advertising to you other beer and other products. That's how they pay for the app. But in the meantime, it's neat. He enjoys it. All right, I'm just taking the little tags off these guys. So these are new. It's a double hibiscus. 29421, and this is the yellow color. I think it comes in 3 colors. Hey, Susan from Conway. If you need Fairhope beer from Fairhope, Alabama. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. I love this shirt too. I'm real into these kind of prints because they got flowers on them, right? It's pretty flowers. Okay, yellow. Let's put a big pop of yellow here. Maybe we'll just reverse the yellow pop in here and then flank it with some orange. I like that. Maybe it's back to no bow. It's bow. It's no bow. It's bow. It's no bow. Back and forth, back and forth. You never know what we're going to do here. Today I'm just throwing stuff on the floor right in the shipping section right here. Whoever's shipping here next is not going to like me. Oh well, making a mess. Yes, Diane, exactly. Diane, we'd love to send you a little treat. Email Nicole. That's Diane Vaughn. Yeah, we like to have fun this time of year and put in. You gotta play with some tropicals a little bit, something different. You can play with all the other flowers all the rest of the year, but now tropicals. That was a squeaky door that just went. It's gonna be me sweeping up. Who you think I'm gonna leave it a mess? Really? It'll be me. Oh, y'all have all kind of great beers. He will be so excited. So make sure you're on your text list, because the next time we're out traveling, I'll text and you guys can tell us the best beer in your area that or your beer that you have local, even if you're not a beer drinker. Look what I did earlier. I dropped this in the glue pot. So I'm hoping to be able to pull all this off. I kind of gave it a little dip. I gave it a bit of a dip. All right, let's go down low. Let's go down low. How low can you go? Okay, I'm putting that one right there. I don't love the greenery on these, but I'm just going to yank it off and make it, we'll save it for something else. I should have done that first. Jack of all trades, even a sweeper. Yeah, Freestyle Friday. Change your mind every 5 seconds. That's how my brain works. It's like, ooh, pretty thing. Yingling is the PA beer, right? Right? Oh, Cheryl, they're so pretty. So pretty. They have a really pretty good center. And they're very reasonable, too. So they're one of those that's not the fanciest, but for the price, it's really pretty good. Tropical flowers make you want to vacay. Heck yeah. We're just trying to grow our plants back. Yes, we need all our tropical plants back. All right, this one was in the greenery subscription, so I'm not sure how much we have left for everyone else to buy, but this was in the subscription box. And I like it because it's a really, really nice bright green. Sorry, I hit the camera, guys. Really. That door is driving y'all nuts. You guys, we got a lot of action. Usually it's quiet in here. We got shippers, helpers. We've got doors squeaking. We got action. It's not boring around here today. Sheer chaos. Okay, this is really pretty in here. It's a nice, bright green. Thanks, Lori Lynn. I'm glad you like it. I'm going to put these, just kind of spread them around and fill in a little bit. I still want to put more fern towards the front too, so I'm leaving a little room for that because that's going to really help sell the tropical look. I think it's Freestyle Friday. Who knows? You like the earrings? Look at the bling. Oh, these don't have the bling bling, but they have the little beads. I always love everything with beads. I saw something outside. Thank you for sharing. Gracias, madame. Thank you. Yeah, let me know if you share too. Let me know. Because I do appreciate that. Oh, what is that kind of beer? I missed it. It went by so quick. Chocolate beer, Christy. What? Chocolate beer? Sounds good. I always want to try all the tropical beers, like the grapefruit and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, sometimes not. Sometimes they're a little weird. They're aftertaste. I know. It's really, really pretty. It's really pretty. I think the double hibiscus comes in like a pink color and an orange color. I'm not sure. It comes in 2 more colors. Maybe not an orange, because I would have grabbed the orange if it came in an orange. Pink. Cream, maybe? I don't know. Look at Patty's in the same county. We started talking about Yingling. All the Pennsylvania folks came out. Thanks, Kimberly. Awesome. Thank you, Julie. Okay. I'm going to come up high here with this piece. Okay, I'm still leaving a section for the bow, but we may not. Okay, now it's these. This is what started the whole party. This is why I started with the orange. I really wanted these in here. So let me put it next. Thank you, Diane. Thank you. Hi, Linda Holman. Good to see you. Oh, Judy, it is? Y'all, are you sure? Doesn't taste like coffee, does it? Does it really taste like chocolate or coffee? Yeah, did you like the grapefruit beer at H-E-B? Organic chocolate. You guys are really loving the chocolate. We're gonna have to try it again.
6, 7,
We'll give it a try.
7, and
Strawberry, nice.
This is yours.
Listen to all these different flavors.
none here. Okay.
Yeah, Alex, tell your husband about the beer app. It's pretty cool,
So
Untapped.
that was, okay.
And a lot of local restaurants will advertise on it too, because if you're looking for your app and you want to see who wants to have the beer you want to drink, and it's on draft, so it'll tell you on the app too, which is really cool. So for the restaurant and the beer and the alcohol people, it's a big deal. Hey, Laura, welcome. Chocolate martini. Susan's gone a whole different direction. Shaken or stirred? You know what my favorite thing is? Those little Easter eggs that are covered in like a hard candy shell and chocolate in the middle. That's my favorite chocolate little thing. Oh gosh, so good. I don't even know what they are. I think they're made by Cadbury, but they only come out at Easter, which is good because I don't need them the rest of the year. Yeah, we've got every color. The only color we're not doing in here is the pink. We know pink, orange, and yellow. Ooh, it's so pretty. Now I want to show you how look how, ooh, it's nice and thick. We're not even done. We're just starting. We're starting. I got to make a decision pretty soon on the bow or no bow because I'm running out of room. Untapped, Patty. Yes, that's it. You got it. That's the name of the app. Welcome. Yeah, anybody new, make sure you introduce yourself, please. Please, please, please. Say hello. We'd love to welcome you.
You'll have to double check these.
If you do share, let us know.
It's 4 for this one.
Hi, Brenda. Did you recover from your 4 a.m. wake-up call, Brenda? Brenda, that's so early to be going to say, come fly the friendly skies. That's early. Thanks, Sylvia. All right, I'm going to put this one lower.
You'll have to double check all that.
All right.
And all of this.
Double checker. Double checker, Veronica.
I am.
You never know what's going on.
That's the green box with us. 3, 6, 4,
Mom gets wild on the shipping. No, she doesn't.
35, 35.
Okay, let me put this one in next. I'm really kind of keeping that orange right there.
Okay.
4 volume.
Okay, y'all want to vote on the bow? Let's see who's going to say bow.
Okay, just the
Who's gonna say no or yes on the bow?
Right. Ooh, wait, 2
Let me see what you're saying.
Thank you.
Oh,
Yes.
Two. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna
Cynthia. I'm trying to get it.
ribbon,
Thank you, Cynthia McCracken. Thank you.
and then with the red on the back.
Okay, let me bring that up.
Okay.
Okay, so this is Protea. It's a tropical. So, the votes are coming in. I know, y'all are such bohos. Y'all are bohos. I know you are. Y'all are going to make me do it. Oh, Kimberly. Kimberly says no bow. I'm kind of filling in the space, but there's still room. Okay, that is pretty, guys. Let's keep working on it a little bit more. I want to bring some of the fern back to the front.
I was gonna put it down.
Definitely needs a bow. Jordan, you don't get to come in here out of left field and be like it needs a bow now. Jeez. Okay. Carolyn says yes with bows. Y'all, are you sure? Sure you need a bow. I lost my wire cutters. How do I lose my wire cutters in a 2-foot space? Okay, go with the bow. You like those ribbons? Okay. I'll let y'all convince. Tracy's like, I don't even know who would want no bow, but y'all weirdos. Gotta be a flower freak, Tracy. Gotta be a flower freak like us. I'm not quite the ribbon hoarder you guys are. I mean, I can appreciate some gorgeous ribbon and I can want it, but I hoard flowers. Donna, I already picked out a few. I need some stripes and solids, and then this is going to be our anchor ribbon right here. Jordan, you're hilarious. You're so funny. Oh, Stacy said no bow. Well, we're slowly filling in the hole.
Okay, so you mean like
We could always get another Protea. You need a bow. All right, we'll get there in a second. Let me put in a little bit more of the fern to fill in. I'll leave a little hole for a bow. So I can always stick a flower in it. This is definitely a strong, strong summer wreath. Just because it's full of tropical flowers, it really, really would go well for summer. Twist the arm. Glenna says no bow. Oh my gosh. Hey, Robin. Uh-oh, Robin wants a bow. So if you ever use a bush like this, if you come kind of towards the center, there's some shorter pieces. So come cut a few of these out and save these longer ones for another piece you're going to do. So you can get a couple of wreaths out of a big bush. That's a fern. This particular fern is not good for cemetery arrangements because it's translucent. But it's not translucent. It's just so fine and feathery. But if you look at some other ferns, we're doing cemetery arrangements the last few days in design school. So this one is not as good, but something with a solid leaf would definitely work. You love the ribbons, Donna? Awesome. Let me know if you guys have any questions while we're working through it too. You're a flower hoarder and a ribbon hoarder, Leeks? Just like she's saying, I'm both. I'm both. Just confess it, right? I'm not ashamed of my hobby and my stash and my hoard. Y'all saw those people from Deco Exchange all running through all my goodies, showing all my goodies. Jordan was one of them. He was telling on me. Oh, yeah, 4 warehouses later, I felt like you saw it all. Oh, thanks, Diane. You guys are still voting. Bow or no bow? Oh, it's kind of half and half. It's kind of half and half on the votes. I'm taking some of these shorter ones and using them in there just because it's got that great look where you can see through it, so it just looks really good. Oh, yeah, Diana, perfect. Perfect. Yeah, perfect to do it. Definitely a flower and a ribbon hoarder. Oh, Penny. Oh, gosh. He was funny, and I was having a panic attack the whole time. Like, oh, my word. And I've learned something. Don't ever tell Damon. Don't go back there. Don't ever say that. Just act like it's no big deal. Because you tell him not to go somewhere, that's where he's headed. That's where he had it. And Jordan, you were right behind him. He might have been the leader. But you were like, oh, let me see too. Oh, my gosh. That's hilarious. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. Y'all had a good time. BTP breaking the plane. Yes, Alice. We need gang signs for that, I think. We need to have our own floral design gang signs. We can do speak little, inside talk to each other. Thank you, Susan. All right, I'm going to add a little bit of this other yellow. This is a little wispy yellow filler flower. Sylvia, you are welcome. Oh, yeah, remember Jordan's boxes? Yeah, all his boxes arrived. We did have some fun. We did have fun. We did shopping and the challenge. It was all great. It was a lot of fun. I'm gonna have to come join y'all at one of y'all's next challenges. It needs to go on a t-shirt breaking the plane. Oh my gosh. Put a little bit of this in just here or there to kind of bring that yellow around to the center. I'm going to kind of use this like a twig. I don't need a lot of it, just a little. Ribbons rule. What? What? Oh, it all rules. We need it all. We need to play with it. It's it's either your hobby, your business, or both. Or it's your hobby that has turned into your business. Either way. That's pretty. Aw, thank you. I'm glad you really like it. Glad you're enjoying it. Yes, we do. We do. We need to. Things aren't quite so crazy. Things have been so crazy for all of us everywhere. Really. You're making Regina a school design? Yay! Good. I can't. When you're done, make sure you share it in the group so we can all see how you did. Hi, Melinda. I like those emojis you sent me. Those are cute. All my favorite things.
Isn't that grape leaves?
Yeah, that's
What do y'all need help with over there, shippers?
Okay, light green English ivy bush.
Yeah, skip right now.
Okay,
Yeah, I gotta find it.
okay.
Shoot, that's the one thing I don't have over there. I was gonna get Honey Bunny's help on
We
it.
are, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry guys, I saw them struggling. Kim, you love your greenery box? Yay, Kim!
Purple berries.
I hope you're doing okay. I hope you're doing okay. Praying for you, girl. Right, Christy? It would. It would.
I think it'll go
Thanks,
into
Janet.
The same thing.
Hi, Jamie. How are you doing? Good to see you. We're playing with tropical flowers over here today. Don't you need some white sunflowers? Don't. I don't know if we have any. Nicole can take a peek and see, but they may already be sold out.
a little bit big.
I'm gonna bring this. I really want these to work like a twig. Ooh, that was hot. Right on my nail, dang it. Wasn't that hot, but a little hot. Feeling hot, hot, hot is not good when it comes from blue. Okay, Kaya hates when I sing like that. If you guys hate it, I'm sorry. I'm gonna do it anyway. That's what I do with her. Okay, I'm leaving like this little hole for a bow. Okay, whatever, Jordan. Get out of here. Get out of here. Whatever. You better quit.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't think they would do that.
We'll put the bow on. And then if we want to put a protea there later or something else, we can switch it out. But
We need 2 of these.
I'm going to go ahead and
Those are 20 bucks.
we're going to tie a little bow.
Okay, 3.
Because that's what y'all voted on. I'm going to twist these petals a little bit on these hibiscus. I don't like when petals line up because I don't like things matchy-matchy. So I'll just give them a twist. I'm sure in nature they might line up, but you know. Oh, thanks, Ramona. Okay, we're going to tie a bow. I've got my bow maker over here. Let me grab some cable ties. Y'all, they've shipped so much. You guys are awesome over there. There's a whole pile of boxes. Y'all did a lot of boxes.
Guys, we're leaving for lunch.
Oh. Did you hear that? They're going out to lunch without me. Did you hear that?
No, we got this.
You guys, I need a cable tie for this bow. Is there one? Oh, I got one. Oh, wow, it's so pretty. This stuff looks really good in here. This greenery. I might add a little bit more around the bow.
It's always this
Mmm.
Oh.
How big of a box, Jenny? We generally use
Ways.
20/28 or 24/24/8. Sometimes 30/30/10s because I like to make things gigantic. So we do that. Thank you, Kim. All right, I'm going to tie this somewhere where you can see it. Let me move it a little bit. Hi, Mary. I'm in one of the shipping stations. Linda, how do you sign up for a greenery box? Nicole can give you a link.
Okay.
You got your orders, Patty? Yay! Christy says yay for the helpers. Yay, Christy! Of course, yay. Can't do it without them. Thank you, Mary. I'm bringing over a table. And I'll bring the camera down a little bit more. We're going to tie a bow. We're going to tie a bow in the Bloom Central. Okay, you're coming down. Oh, this is my backup tripod. I'm not sure how to operate it. Aww. Nicole is the best. She is. Okay. I'm just trying to drop the camera down and... Oh! There we go. Sorry, everyone. Hold on. Going for a ride. Oh, going for a ride. There we go. Jamie, yes, they're working in the background. We've got helpers. They're working away. Okay, I picked out a couple of oranges. And then I had one ribbon that has orange and green. I'm going to trim this. I did something really pretty with cream sunflowers, and we used some pine from Christmas that was very, very like a real pine looking, and that was beautiful with it. So I'm excited to play with some more. Okay, let's put the bright orange in back. Let me see. I'm going to make these tails pretty long on this one. Okay, sorry, it's not the greatest view. It's Freestyle Friday. I'm freestyling and making while you guys are at a weird angle. I'm sorry. It's weird to see it backwards. I know. You're getting 2 orders today? Oh, your moss wreaths are coming. Oh, you guys are special if you got moss wreaths. Because they're all gone.
Okay. They were everywhere.
Okay.
these
They were everywhere.
Black.
Okay, I'm going to do 2 of the orange in the back. Right now. Couple of orange.
All right, and then we
Okay, so there's the link to the greenery box. Hey, Teresa.
this one. Okay.
Cut these tails.
Watermelon.
I hope it's going to work. It's, you know, I'm limited on how many orange choices I have.
Now it's all ribbon.
Patty, it's practice. Thousands and thousands of bows. You can get better at it. Just keep practicing.
That one I can.
You can do it, I promise.
Yeah. Here's limey. Here's
I think I'm going to do a 2-2-1 just for fun.
Okay.
You got your ladybugs? Yeah, I think this is a really nice combo. Me too. I do like that. Hey, Tammy. Tammy Schroeder would love to send you a little treat.
Okay.
Email
Yes.
Nicole@Cleese.com and she'll hook you up. That's Tammy Schroeder.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Hi, Dustin. Good to see you.
Now we need blueberry. Those are. Here's
All right.
then, okay, and then the black one with the trim on.
Okay, that's what we got so far. I've got 2-2. Nothing too much. You're welcome, Diane. You are welcome. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you like them. I'm going to put the green up the middle.
That's one.
Is it?
Oh, but there isn't.
There isn't one. That's why I'm looking.
Yeah.
What are y'all looking for?
Ribbon with the black trim around the edges.
Okay.
Unless we
Okay.
put them inside.
No, we didn't. We had 2 on that other
I picked
order.
those. I
Yeah.
picked them.
I know.
Oh, Mary, you're going to get a shingle shot. Good, good.
Yeah, do it.
Mom says, get it, Mary, in the background.
For another order, but see if there's one there.
After she just got shingles.
There it is, one there. Yeah, use that one.
Okay. She just stole ribbon from my side.
Yeah.
So when I'm picking my orders, I have to go get that now. I saw that. You know?
Red berries. Oh, maybe this
Joan, how many inches in the bow? My loops are at 7 and the center loop is at 6, okay?
681.
All right.
Red
Let's
berries.
fluff it out.
Okay.
And I'll bring the camera back up to the wreath now that we made it. Hold oh, it's so rocky, sorry. We'll bring it up. Bring it down a little bit. There we go. Let me lock it down. Okay. I like this green too. It's kind of limey. I'm going to fluff it out now. We made it. Yes, thank you guys. She is the best. Nicole's the best. She's been really, really wonderful for us. You're getting the shingle shot? Yes, get it, get it. Poor mom, she's like, it's her year for getting everything apparently. But she's a tough one. Okay. What do you think? You guys like it? I'm going to put it in, and we might do it both ways. I might take pictures of it with the bow, and then I can take some pictures of it with another flower there. And then you can make it either way. You can totally make it either way. So don't worry. Later, if you guys are watching this on replay, you can also comment, and we'll try to answer your questions, help you out. We'll send you a link to the final project supply list. We always have something kind of in mind, but then I always go off, you know. Oh, you like the bow? All right, thanks, Jordan. I'm going to put green down the middle of the bow. I'm not quite done. Let's put that in. Let's pop that in the middle. Okay. We're going to have to do a little tail management because I want the tails to be in the back. Thank you. Jan likes it without. Well, we're going to solve that. We can do it either way. There's options. And when you make your own, you can do it any way you want. You can do it any way you want. Okay, I'm going to pull that tight. She is. She is. You're right on that. Okay. Did y'all find the ribbon after all? They are cracking themselves up there. Oh, it kind of does. I went with green. Green. I went with green in the middle.
Good where it was at, you know.
Okay, I'm going to put that in now.
Yes.
And then we're gonna I'm gonna want to tuck some goodies around it
Okay.
because we're not finished yet. You guys, make sure if you want to join our design school classes, it open up again in September.
Okay.
You want to get on the wait list because that's where you're gonna get all the information about what we've got going. And we'll put a link here in the comments about that also, so you can join up on our wait list for classes. But we teach you how to make stuff like this, step by step.
Okay.
This is just the tease of all the fun things that we've got going on in class.
Berry.
Ah.
4 berries.
Now, I want to get these tails coming down because
Okay, that'll make 4.
I don't want them in the front.
67.
So I'm gonna bring that down a little bit.
367. No, 57.
Yeah, 357.
357. What are y'all selling over there?
Anything. They're buying oh, that's
I think Mom just got it a little late. She got it a little late. Thank you. I'm glad you liking the bow. We're gonna work it around the florals just a little bit, so they're more incorporated.
We need denim and we need white stripes and stars.
Denim.
No, that's
Denim.
It's with the
You're
stripes.
looking very lovely in your denim.
So this is a white. This is on white. See if you
Ah,
find it
you like the bow,
brown.
Susan? Thank you, Susan Pagan, and thank you for being here. We'd like to send you a little treat.
on. Okay.
That's Susan Pagan.
Canvas and
Email the
linen.
team, Susan,
Okay,
Nicole@Cleese.com, and we will give a little treat to you.
Okay, go see if there's a
Ah.
brown looking one.
All right. Now I'm going to put a little bit of pretty fern kind of coming out of the bow too.
Okay, how wide is this one? That's
We're
good.
going to pop that in
I mean, sure.
and bring this down.
They all look
And
the same.
you know what else I want to put in around that? I want to put some more of the little green
Yeah.
berry. I don't even know. Oh, this is a eucalyptus seed bush. Y'all like it? Good. I'm going to put this a bit of it around the bow. Tuck it in a little bit more. The bow's growing, you Lynette? Y'all, you can do it any way you want. When you make your own at home, you can go bananas and do whatever you want.
One of these. Okay.
Okay, let's bring this one in.
This number's different.
Denim. It's over here. It's right there.
Mother. It's part of me. Mother's dropping bad words on live videos.
I'm talking about this one. That's the denim. There are no stripes. It's all stripes.
Ah, God bless America. Land that I love. She's so funny. Yeah, it's a really cute filler. And I like the bright green.
Yeah.
And the little red one.
I like the pop of the color.
This is a 2.
Yeah, it's the eucalyptus seeds. And these come in different colors that we've had them for fall. This is the really bright one for summer. Kim, she needs one. She needs one.
Don't do
They
it.
definitely are going to need the air turned on.
I can be really frustrated.
I'm going to pull those little orange pops of color back around the bow too and tuck them
I
in.
think we can get into the 8.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, it's kind of pretty, guys. It's kind of pretty. I'm liking it.
The 8 is a little bit of
Okay, here's a little bit more of my little yellow twigs, and I'll pop them in there. Christy, thank you. Thank you so much. Y'all, this is just real life over here. This is my mom and my cousin shipping. I'm creating. I think the 60919 is all gone. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
when you're putting it.
That's a winter stem. That is a winter stem every day.
Walk in and say, I've only been here before. I've only been here for 8 years. And you-
Okay, let's tuck this around the back.
There's no way to do it.
Get some more going.
You know, when you go to those
Get some
shops,
more action.
yeah.
Put this one in.
But it looks different every time they
This one's here. How about down here?
And I just her time.
So these
Okay,
guys
these
are
all
sorry.
yeah, everything is plastic. So we can,
That one in.
It's sorry.
Just getting down to these last couple details. Thanks, Jan. A little bit something else there.
there you go.
I've used all that. I picked out a lot of supplies for this, but I think it's turning out really, really nice and full. It's coming in really nice and full. Go up here.
Yeah, right. And not your
Get out of here, guys, so you can get perfection and all this shit.
not for the moment.
behind.
We don't have to have.
We're getting down to the last few seconds here.
Yay.
I think we did it. I think we did it. Let me show you it all finished. Let me back out a little bit with the camera. And I think it turned out really, really pretty. I'll get some finished pictures of it all. When we've got it all done, I'll do some final little bit of fluffing. But what do you think? What do you think? This was such a fun freestyle with you guys today. I loved it. I think it turned out really fun, really bright. And can you imagine this at your front door? Some big pots. If you get those Boston ferns, big Boston ferns, really. You know, it turned out really fun. This is fun to freestyle with you where I can just create what I want to and have a good time together.